Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Notice I'm not at home, I'm actually in Paris on business. I hope you can hear me. There's always like thousands of cars. I don't know if you can see. This isn't even a highway, this is a normal street. If you look, this little box right here, below that is the actual river, and they closed off the highway that was next to it. So all you kind of have now is just like cars looking for a spot to actually go. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. You guys already know. Yeah, I'm here for a couple days on business. For those of you who, probably missed the videos 4, 5 something years ago. I used to live here. I don't want to say as a kid, but as a teenager, I lived here after a weird family tragedy. I never go into that part too much, but I kind of fled, if you will. Came here, and this became home very, very quick. So I was here for a number of years. Always loud. And I come back every now and again to see close friends and stuff like that who I haven't seen in a while. Trying to figure out if I should cross or not. Yeah, we're gonna try and cross. The city's changed a lot. Like not even like a little bit, like it's actually like completely changed. I come back a couple times every year. I don't know if you've ever seen the other, like when I was doing more like travel videos and things like that. It's by far, and I really want to say like my favorite place in the entire world. If you've never been, you definitely have to come. Like it's beautiful everywhere. Like not some places, like minus the bus. When I was a kid, this was abandoned for a very long time. For like 20 years, it was just closed. Even weirder because it's like a Louis Vuitton, like somewhere down one of these streets. And it was just closed, and I don't think really people know why. At some point, they got a huge investment crossing the street. Trying not to get run over. They had a huge investment and basically reopened into like a luxury mall. Sorry, just being nosy. Everyone's like taking videos and photos and all these other things. I know we have a lot of situations where I always have like a dad talk with everyone, but I was actually kind of shocked being back this time. I was here a couple months ago. Jeez Louise, it's hot. I was here a couple months ago and prices have like further increased. I know you hear it everywhere, like the whole thing with inflation and yada yada, but this is actually like pretty intense. There's a whole bunch of new restaurants and stuff everywhere. I don't know if it happened because of the Olympics per se or exactly what it was, but things have changed a lot. A lot of my friends who I have here no longer even live in the city because they kind of can't anymore because everything is so expensive. As you can see this, hold on. It is really bright today. A lot of my friends used to live in the center of the city, but that is a complete no-no right now. Everything in Paris is quite tiny, like everything. Apartments, I don't know if you know meters squared. Let's say, okay. I think I can do it like to the actual square feet conversion. Most people live in around 250 square feet, around 25 meters squared for a studio or one bedroom. And that, depending on where you are in the city, is anywhere from 1,100, 1,200, maybe 1,300, depending on like how nice the actual area is. And it's only getting worse. So a lot of my friends have left, and it's more of it's kind of the things that like, the word's not annoy me, but things that kind of hit me because of the conversations that we're always having. You know what we're always talking about. A lot of people here speak English, so I'm trying not to like blurt it out, but a lot of these things can be, the word's not avoided. It's just about investing and putting money away and being able to like kind of prepare for the future. Like nobody can prepare for their rent like being doubled and stuff like that, but I lived here a long time ago, and I was trying to like find the words to say without being like too rude or things like that, but it's more of a, if you pay attention to what's happening right now and what's going to happen later on, like you're going to have an easier time than people who kind of just like live in the moment. I always tell you that I have friends, like even back home. I was going to mention earlier, I was like, look, it wasn't me. I was going to mention, I was like, look, I'm not in Canada. But I have friends even back home, whenever we talk about money and stuff like that, they don't want to hear it. But I feel like Paris is like a bit of a different mindset, because a lot of people here do actually have money, but people also kind of like drift to the side or think that it doesn't really like affect them, or that it won't affect them, and it does heavily. I'm trying to navigate talking while walking. See, like these little green boxes, I don't know if you've ever seen them before. They actually have all these like little trinkets and toys and comic books and stuff inside of them. And I'm also walking by 10,000 people at the exact same time, trying not to get run over. And there's people jogging. But yeah, just more of one of those dad talky videos where I try not to talk down to people, but I also try and like talk up to you as well, and let you know that like everything is kind of possible. I told you before, I grew up poor, and I'm traveling all the time. I'm always in different places around the world, and it's not meant to be like a motivation per se, but it's more like to kind of get you into the mindset of understanding that if you don't do anything, if you don't react, if you don't try to change the way that things are, you're gonna like completely get left behind. It's a gigantic tour group just staring at every word that I say. It's very difficult. I don't know if anyone else like tries, or rather if you like traveling and stuff like that, you notice the amount of English everywhere, and you notice that the ears begin to perk up the moment you say like money or Bitcoin or crypto or anything that has to do with like saving money and or making money. Yeah, no, like it's actually, I want to say it's a shame that so many people have been kicked out of the city. It is. The issue is that there's barely any space here. If you actually come here, you'll be able to see like, this is trying to like show you some of the apartment buildings, like something like this. Everything is actually quite tiny. When you're inside of it, I think people assume from the outside that like they're gigantic apartments. It depends on like if the family who owns it decided to like chop it up or not, which is also a big thing. If you have or had a big apartment at some point that was given to you, most people will cut them up, like actually like segment them into actual studios or one bedrooms, because you make so much more money from actually renting out a studio than you do anything else. Yeah, it's definitely a very different place. You can feel the energy is very different. I mean, also, if we can be completely honest, growing up, Paris was gross. Paris was like super nasty. It always smelled and stuff like that. And I think it looks a lot better right now because of the Olympics that just passed. It's like really, really clean. I'm actually quite shocked, because normally everywhere you walk, there's like poop everywhere. You see this English everywhere. There was poop everywhere. There was like garbage and all this other stuff, but it looks completely clean now. Yeah, sorry for the rambling. It's just always, these things are always on my mind. I know that logically I can't help everyone. Everyone's not gonna get it. But for those of you who do, like literally a gigantic thumbs up. I'm gonna take, actually I just wound up here. I'm gonna take you to this really famous spot before I let you go. Also trying not to follow the steps. Okay. Years ago, this used to be I think it was called chain bridge or lock bridge. It's basically like, see like the gate right here? This is where you used to be able to, years ago, actually put like all the little lockets of love and things like that. But the issue is that it's, first of all, it's in the center of the city. 2, people were putting lockets of anything, like, and I mean some of them looked like absolutely insane. And also it's a wood bridge, so the problem is that there were so many lockets, because thousands of people were coming here per day to put their lockets onto it, that when you would walk, the bridge would actually bounce and you could feel it lightly buckling. So they've changed it quite a bit to actually make sure There's even glass on it. You can't really see it on the side, but there's glass on the thing now where there used to actually be the lockets. Okay, let me stop bothering you. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna be here for quite a while actually. I have a lot of business to do here, and then I'm also traveling other places. So yeah, you'll probably be hearing from me again. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.